Today we are going to start with the subject compiler design. The syllabus is divided into 5 units. So the first unit is Introduction to Compiler. In this unit we are going to study the different phases of compiler, classes in compiler, the concept of bootstrapping, DFA, NFA, conversion, different types of context-free grammar, derivation and parse-free. So according to the CO1, you are acquiring knowledge of different phases and the different passes of the compiler, and you are going to use the different tools, Flex and Bison tools. So the textbook is Ullman, Aho, Sethi and Ullman. So these are the content of the first unit. So subject is compiler design. So what is a compiler? So the compiler is a special program that translates source code into a target code. Means the aim of a compiler is to convert a high level language into a low level language. So here comes a question in our mind that why don't we simply write a program in low level language? Why we are converting our program firstly into high level language, then into low level language? So the reason is we are not comfortable in writing a program in the form of zeros and ones. That is the binary language. So we are only comfortable in writing a program in the English language or some other language. So as we know that compiler is a software which converts high level language into a low level language. Along with the compiler, we have many other software modules. So I will tell you what are the other different phases available in the language processing system. So in this diagram, firstly, high level language is given to the preprocessor. Then preprocessor is going to convert the high level language into pure HLL. So firstly, what do you understand by high level language? High level language is a language which contains hash defined statement and hash include directive. Hash is a preprocessor directive. So basically, what is a high level language? If you write a C program, then the starting line must contain hash define, hash include. So if it is going to contain hash define, hash include directive, means then it is called as high level language. So what is the role of preprocessor here? Preprocessor will convert the high level language into a pure HLL. So preprocessor has basically two functions. First is file inclusion, second is macro expansion. So preprocessor is going to remove these lines like hash define and hash include directive. So removing the hash include by including the file, that is also called as file inclusion. So basically the meaning of file inclusion is like you want to include the file, you want to include that the preprocessor is going to substitute the entire file in your source program. And the second one is the macro expansion. Like macros are nothing that are but a small function of code. As we know that function calling is a very overhead, but macros are simple. So if you change the value of hash defined constant, so it will automatically gets reflected. So it is called as macro expansion. So preprocessor has two responsibilities, file inclusion and macro expansion. So the next phase is compiler. Compiler will take pure HLL and it will convert it into the assembly level language. As for every platform, I mean like the hardware you are using like Intel, Motorola, this is the hardware you are using, and on the top of it, the operating system we have like Linux, Windows. So depending on your hardware and operating system, which is also called as a platform. So for every platform we are going to have assembler. So assembler for one platform will not work for other platform. So for example, you can think of an assembler is like a manual, you can operate one instrument but you cannot operate other instruments. So the main purpose of compiler is to convert a pure HLL into a assembly level language. As we know, assembly level language is neither in the form of zeros and one, not entirely in the high level language. So it is somewhat intermediate language. So once the assembler takes the assembly level language, then we are going to convert it into the relocatable machine code. So we have two types of machine code, that is, first is relocatable machine code, second one is absolute machine code. So relocatable machine code, we can locate the machine code at any point of the computer RAM. So the next is linker and loader. What is the rule of linker and loader? Loader will load the machine code and it has the ability to change the relocatable address. And the linker is, it will make a single program from the several files of the relocatable code and convert it into the absolute machine code. Absolute machine code, it is a language which computer understand, that is either in the form of zeros and ones.